Two Cubes podcast with your hosts, Joseph Tats and Christopher Perez.
Ooh, I like the NPR. I like that.
We're just going to be talking sexy this whole
Fucking nice, dude. Sound like the guy from Parks and Rec when he's doing his little NPR show.
Which character is that? Is that
I
Ron Swanson?
think his name is Clint Neighbors.
That's a great name. It's a great name.
But he says it like one time in the whole series, so not easy to remember. It's a deep cut. He's in probably 40 seconds of Parks and Rec.
Is he a character I would imagine Ron Swanson despises?
No, I don't think they ever intertwine.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
He's just the NPR radio host, so he's not.
If I wrote an episode, that's what it would be about. Just saying.
He's got people he hates. Plenty of them. I guess before we jump into this full podcast.
Yeah, we should definitely describe what you're wearing. I agree, Joe. Joe is wearing what I can only describe as the carton to Florida's Natural medium pulp. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think Florida's Natural is all just white boxes, but it's a blue matching like Hawaiian shirt design with oranges on it, and the shorts also the same pattern.
Yeah.
Short, showing off those meaty, milky thighs.
Yeah.
Do you shave your thighs, Joe? Let's talk about that.
I don't. No, I don't.
They look supple, Joe.
Yes, my legs don't really get. I don't really get a lot of body hair. I'm kind of like what's those cats that everyone thinks are the ugliest?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
like
I don't actually know the name of them, but they're just hairless cats, right? Like
Yeah.
they're terrible.
Yeah.
I dated a girl one time that she had it wasn't a hairless cat, but it was a hypoallergenic cat. And they look like they don't have like fur, they have like hair. I don't know how to describe it. It looks more like the one on the right there, right? But it's like very like fine hair, like close. And this was the first time, I think it was the first time I stayed at her parents' house. And I slept upstairs in their bed. And even though this cat was hypoallergenic, I had the strongest allergic reaction I've ever.
Look at that one.
I couldn't. My throat was scratchy. It was closing up. My eyes were watering and itchy. It was like terrible. They're like, it's hypoallergenic. I'm like, apparently, fucking not. Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh boy. Yeah. No. I think I'm allergic to cats. I've never really found out, but whenever I sleep at Sam's family's house, the whole time I'm sick. I'm just it's miserable.
How many? They got a lot of cats.
They have two. They have two cats.
I'm so fucking allergic to cats.
I don't like cats. I'm not a fan.
I hate cats.
I never liked them until I lived with one, and the cat in my house is pretty cool. I gotta say.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with Rick.
Yeah, Rick's pretty chill. He puts up numbers. He puts up like Hall of Fame murder numbers. Like he kills mice and birds and like whatever bugs. I saw him kill a centipede one time. It was sick. I was like, gross, centipede. And then like Rick just came out of nowhere and swatted that shit. It was pretty cool.
All right, well, I guess we're talking about that instead.
No. Give me your topic. We went off course because of your sexy.
Well, I was going to go into the last episode, which unfortunately has not been posted yet, but that's due to technical difficulties. We're figuring it out.
What was it? Was it an audio issue? I didn't know about this.
Yeah, the
It
audio
cuts out at 2 minutes.
during your whole.
So we lose the whole porn thing.
Trying to think of yeah.
Oh, we lost the entire porn game. Oh man,
And we lost all of William Hung Fats, but everything else we got.
Damn it! I feel that was the height of the show.
It was really good. I know it sucks.
All right.
It's 12 minutes of just no volume.
Oh God. Well, maybe I'll bring back my
But in the last episode, we did
my hung low porn game.
Yeah, you just have to bring it back.
best and worst.
When you least expect it, I'll drop it on you, Joe. You better study your hung low.
I will
movies.
know Hung Low.
He's only been in like 413 films, so
Yeah, I'll know Hung Low well by the end of this. But we did worst and best first date ideas, and it kind of just talked about best and worst first dates rather than that. So I have a funny first date story.
Okay.
This one is an only date story. It did not get to 2 dates. So
That's yeah, it's to be expected, right?
I brought my car to a car wash to get detailed. It was
On the date?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay. I was good because that might go under the worst. Hey, babe, you want to?
You want to come
my
watch some
Camaro?
DK on my Camaro? Pretty sweet. I'm gonna wear these sunglasses the whole time and make sure he does it nice. No, that's not what
That's
I
like a
did.
date idea that like Kid Rock and Joe Dirt would like, be like, you want to go wash my Camaro?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I keep interrupting.
No,
you.
no,
Go ahead.
it's a good skit you're coming up with there. It's pretty good. No, she worked at the car wash, but like at the front desk lady.
okay.
And it's the first time I ever, probably the only time sober I ever, like, walked up to someone and was like, yo, give me your phone number.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Let's hang out.
Not easy to do.
Wasn't that hard? I just,
Yeah.
she was like, you're a predator. That's not, she was like, this is uncool, dude.
Were you an adult and she was a child? Like, what-
No, just, she was like, people don't do that to people,
Yeah.
you know? So whatever, she gave me her number, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to a party. Do you want to come? She was like, yeah, I'll go to a party. All right, cool. I brought her to a very insane house party. And about 10 minutes in,
I'm sorry. Can we stop real quick? I have to, because I feel like often you tell really good stories and you gloss over very interesting aspects of the story.
okay.
You said it was a crazy house party. Can you describe the scene at all? Can you just give us like a quick, were there naked people? Were there donkeys? Were there fireworks?
Okay, it was a Shark Week party.
Okay. Yeah, see, this is important.
Yeah, that's very
You got to set the stage, Joe.
It was a Shark Week party. We were in Patterson, New Jersey, and there was, I don't know, 300 people there.
At a house.
Yeah, it was full inside, full outside.
For those of you who don't live in New Jersey, Patterson, rough area.
Sucks.
Rough area.
But anyway, we're there for about 15 minutes. I've had, I don't know, 9 drinks already, and I'm just taking over the beer pong table with her. She's on my team. But then we start playing some Hell's Angels pong, so like she kind of leaves. Hell's Angels pong.
What is that?
It's where you play with straight Everclear in the cups
Oh,
rather than
Christ Almighty!
anything else.
You were hanging out at a
Jesus
Colts headquarters, and they were just trying to get you to kill yourselves. Everclear?
Yeah. So played a couple games of that.
How are you alive? Dude?
And then, like, one of the dudes who lost because we were playing for money, like, didn't want to pay and then was trying to fight me. So I threw him over a fence.
Like,
I just picked
Like,
him up
just-
and threw him over the fence.
just like body slammed him. Like,
No. Just lifted him and kind
yeah,
of
look,
military.
the motion you're doing is
Just
the
a-
exact motion of a body slam.
You grabbed him by the back of the shirt and the shorts.
No.
That's what it looked like.
You look like a Hulk
grabbed him.
Hogan
You
of
look
body
like-
slamming Andre the Giant.
Well,
if I could.
a body slam is like this. This was more of a military press slam.
Oh,
if
see,
we're gonna
I
do
always
that.
imagine a body slam is over the head.
No,
throw.
it was like an Ultimate Warrior military press slam.
Ah,
So I literally just picked him up over my head and threw him over a fence.
was he like a child? Was he like a little kid?
He was a little like Mexican guy, it's Patterson. They're small people.
Jeez.
But it was like a 6-foot fence, but like there was a retaining wall, so like
Yeah.
it was like a 10-foot drop for this dude. So I just threw him 10 feet
Nice.
down.
Nice. Did he
And-
say anything funny when you threw him? Did he
His
scream,
friend was like, "Well, fuck this."
did he scream "yeet" in Spanish?
He didn't say any. He was talking about stabbing me still, and then just kind of scurried away. But so the girl's like, "Hey, you can't be getting in fights," and I was like, "Nah."
That wasn't a fight. I threw
like-
him away like
I was
trash.
like, I was getting threatened, and now he's gone. And they were.
I stopped the fight, if anything.
I was like, if anything, I did a magic trick, not a fight.
You put him in a timeout. You literally put him behind a 10-foot wall.
I made a man.
So, I'm sorry. So, on the other side of his wall, what was there?
Just y'all. I don't know.
The Patterson
darkness.
Falls.
No, it's just infinite darkness. I don't know. Dark
You
outside.
threw him to an abyss.
There was just infinite.
I just threw him into Shark Week. I don't know what happened. I never saw the guy again. But
Yeah, so this was the first date. You were telling us.
Oh
the
yeah,
first date.
this is the first date, and like
And did she witness you throw this guy over the
Oh
wall?
yeah.
Oh,
Again,
man.
well,
You
because
so-
she didn't know.
You so got laid.
She didn't know anyone else at this party.
Okay.
So she's terrified,
yeah.
and I am
Of
blacked
you
out.
or just of the situation?
well, just where
in
she
general.
is.
Yeah,
was
she
just-
didn't know any of these people.
No, and it was a rough crowd. Okay, I legitimately thought I was going to. Last time I was at this house, me and Aaron got pepper sprayed
Yeah.
by the police.
Yeah, I've heard this story. We're gonna circle back to that because I feel like the world needs to know
But
this story.
I did the throwing the guy over the fence, and then this other girl who I knew and like I've talked to before and whatever, and
I hate when people say that. Talk to. So you guys fucked, or was that?
we
like-
never made sex, but we.
things happened. You hooked up with. There was
I don't know about at that point.
an interest,
I don't know about at that point yet.
but there was an interest there.
There had certainly been flirting, and I've definitely made sex with her friend before.
That's the worst. That's the worst. I hate running into like a girl that you have a past with when you're trying to court. You're on like a date.
I was trying
It's the worst.
to I was trying to court this girl, and then very aggressively, the girl I knew
Yeah.
is coming after me. I was like,
Yeah, and she probably, I mean, no offense, but I just feel like she probably didn't even really want you. She was just mad that you were there with another girl. You know what I mean?
Could
It's
be,
like that.
could be,
It's
could
the
be.
jealousy
But-
thing.
And you also threw a guy over a 10-foot wall.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'd probably be hitting on you too. Be like, dude, that was pretty sweet. If you just need a little handy or anything, just let me know. I'll be over
well,
here.
so like she's desperately trying to talk to me, and I'm like, hey, listen, man, I am here on a first date with,
You were being the better man. You were.
but then it
Go
forced me to try and say this person's name, and I did not remember it.
Got her name on the first date.
Yes.
Dude.
Well, I was very drunk. And then, so she got all upset with me, and she slapped me. But, like, not like I'm leaving, fuck this. But just was like, hey, man, fucking wake up.
Yeah.
And that got this chick fucking going. I don't know what the hell happened. It was like they gave her, I don't know, ecstasy. I don't know what happened.
Wait. So we got girl. So let's say car wash girl is girl A, and girl that you knew from the past is girl B.
Yes.
You got which girl going?
Girl B,
Girl B.
like,
Okay.
jumped on me
Nice.
like a hyena.
Nice.
To which I was still in defense mode, thinking I was being attacked, and kind of parried her away.
Every time you say this, I feel like you're DJ Jazzy Jeff throwing something.
You did like a taekwondo like systema like tumble. You used her own inertia against her.
It was very
Her
close
own
to
momentum.
a judo hip toss, was how I would describe it. But in a crowd of 400 people, a judo hip toss, you swing into a lot of people. So now other people are trying to fight me. She's trying to fuck me, and this person's trying to leave.
And this person being girl A.
Girl A is
Car
trying to
wash
leave.
girl.
I feel like we should use fake names.
And she doesn't even know where she is.
Girl A,
Car wash girl. Girl
nope.
A.
So she starts talking to a friend of mine who she knew I knew. So she started talking to him.
Ah, the old I'm gonna make you jealous by banging your friend move. This is really like you're writing like the textbook of dating. Right
It was
here.
awesome. She did go bang him. And it was fine. It worked out all right there. Oh, I never talked to her again. I fooled around a little bit with girl B. And then, then she fucked another friend of mine. It was pretty cool.
That same night?
Yeah.
And did that upset you, or you were just like,
No,
fuck it, yeah.
no, we were. It was not anything I was trying to actually.
It's the life of a wild man. You just gotta roll with these
yeah.
punches.
So weeks later, I hooked up with her sister. So whatever.
Can we get an applause drop?
Shark
Well
Week
done.
party overall was fun. It
Well
was
done,
good.
Joe. It's cool. We can talk about these things because we all know Sam will never listen. Will never listen to this podcast.
That's kind of true. Also, I don't know the girl's name, so she can't hunt her down.
I do, however.
likely
fear
doesn't
that
work
your
at a car
sister
wash
will
anymore.
Listen to the podcast.
Yeah, that's okay. Aaron was at that party.
Is that the party where you guys got tased, or is that a
No,
separate
no,
party? in the
separate
same
party,
house?
same house.
Gotcha. Okay.
It wasn't tased; it was maced.
I'm trying to think of like
Another one
a
they tried to
terrible
stab me at.
First date.
I threw a keg at a guy at that party. A full keg.
The same party. So you threw a guy over a wall and you threw a keg.
I threw a keg at a guy at the
at the one where you got tased.
the mace.
Well, now I'm glad you got tased. No, I'm kidding. I would never want you to be tased.
There were people trying to attack me.
But I understand.
But they were
you know
coming
what
up
I mean?
the stairs, and it was literally Donkey Kong. I just rolled the keg down the stairs at people trying to chase me upstairs.
Yeah. For those
Real Home Alone like.
for those listening or those who are unfamiliar with Joe, you should know that Joe is like a full-time murder machine. Like Joe
Let's leave that out.
Joe is a person that I'm not convinced, like a bullet would stop, So if anybody wants to challenge Joe to a fight, we could. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it, I guess. I'll try. So
No, they always say it's you never tell anybody you're tough. Speak silently and carry a big stick.
yes, good
Teddy
old
Roosevelt always
Teddy
said.
Roosevelt, baby. I
Then
always
everybody
like,
wants to fight you if you.
I always
say
like
you're tough.
the best warrior is the one who never has to take out their sword.
Yeah.
I think that was Sun Tzu, but
That reminds me of you ever it's like I feel like it's an old it's like a trope, like if you talk to a cop, like they'll always tell you I was on the force for 30 years and I only had to draw my gun one time,
the
I have
opposite
a guy-
of a cop I know.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I have a guy in my family who's a cop, and he had been a cop for 5 years or something, and we were at a family barbecue, and I got his attention for a second. We're sitting there eating burgers or whatever, and I'm just like, hey man, so how is it being a cop here? I'll say it's in Rahway, New Jersey. I was like, how is it being a cop in Rahway? I was like, Rahway can get kind of wild, And he's like, oh, it's crazy, man. Whatever. He's like, I'm out all night. I got crazy hours, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you ever have to draw your gun? And he's just like, oh, I draw my gun 2-3 times a day. Dude. I was like, 2-3 times a day? He's like, yeah, it's wild out here. It's not at all what I was expecting you to say. I was expecting to get no, I've never had to draw my gun in 5 years. I stick it in everybody's face. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
The one retired cop I hang out with who's wild. He was known for being kind of the bruiser kind of guy in the force. He would come in, he wasn't going to bust your balls, but he's going to bust your head up.
Yeah.
So he tells his story and he brags about it. He was like, yeah, one time I got to fire at somebody. I was like, that kind of sucks.
Got to.
Yeah.
Not how
I was
you
like,
wanna
that kind of
phrase
sucks.
that.
And he was like,
You'd like him to say, I had to, not oh man, I got the chance to finally squeeze off.
Well, he was like, guy was running. He was in the King's Inn. So it's a hotel.
And me, I'm sitting there in the cruiser, chomping at the bit.
No, because it was some. He
His finger all sweaty.
he fucked somebody up in the lobby or something and was running away. So he was running down a hallway in a hotel.
Okay.
Not a large place usually.
Cool. Yeah, like Bad Boys. I imagine it.
He shot 6 shots and did not hit this human.
Was he? Oh, he must have been running serpentine.
I was like,
a clever assailant.
what about people coming out of rooms in the hotel? He was like, we had to try and get this guy. It's like, you get the guy? He's like, no. I was like, what happened? He was like, nothing. I was like, so maybe you didn't have to fire a gun at him. And he's like, oh, but we should have got him. I was like, yeah, but you didn't and nothing happened.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there was some damage. They probably had to replace some windows or
Yeah, because he shot at him.
rocket.
It wasn't this guy did anything.
Oh man.
Anyway, you have any good dating stories?
Man, bad first dates. I'm trying to think.
Or good?
So I met up with this girl. I don't even know if this is technically considered a date, but I mean, I guess it was. It turned into a date. So I was in Hoboken one time, and I'm single, and I'm just kind of lonely, miserable, low point in my life. I'm like, I'm just gonna go out drinking and try to find somebody to talk to.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I go to this bar. I'm sitting there, I'm watching basketball or something, and then there's this other girl at the bar, also alone, and we start talking at the bar. She's cute, whatever. She lives a couple blocks away. I was like, I'll walk you home at the end of the night. We close the bar out. We're very drunk, and I'm like, this is going well. We're all laughing. I'm like, she might invite me inside, and then we round the corner, and mind you, the bar closed, so it's 2:00 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, something like that. We turn the corner, and who's coming down the street my ex-girlfriend just happens to be walking down the street at 2:30 in the morning at some random block in Hoboken. Mind you, she does not live in Hoboken at this point. She lives in Jersey City. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And like, so of course she stops and starts like talking to us, and I'm just like, yeah, great. Like, I can't even believe this is happening to me right now. And she's asking me all these like questions about like my mom and my sister. And
About how long had you guys been broken up? A while or
a couple
fresh?
months.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple months. So not very long at all. And the breakup was weird. You know, it was like, I don't know. She was angrier than I was. Like, I initiated it, so. But anyway, it was just like the worst possible. I'm like, really? Like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You know what I mean? And then like, so we walk away. She finally like leaves. She continues on where the dungeon she was going to, and we continue on to this girl's apartment, and she's like, so who is that girl? I was like, oh, that's just a girl. And she's like, who's your ex-girlfriend? What? I was like, yeah. And then I don't know why, because like, how could that possibly be my fault that I ran into my ex-girlfriend at 2:30 in the morning on the street? You know what I mean? But this girl acted like that was staged. Like I wanted to run into this girl. You know what I mean? I was like, it like turned her off so bad that she met my ex-girlfriend. So she was just like, yeah, well, you know, I had fun, whatever. Didn't even give me like a peck on the cheek. Just like walked into her, and I never saw that girl again. Never again.
She was murdered by
her
your
name was
ex-girlfriend.
Kira. What?
She was murdered by your ex-girlfriend.
Maybe. But yeah, I thought that was a weird experience.
That's always fun running into an ex. It's a blast.
I've had a lot of experiences like that.
Every now and then we run into Sam's ex.
Yeah. I run into my exes literally whenever I don't want to.
Well,
Like,
I don't
when
know.
I'm just like, oh,
I've
the
never,
only thing
like-
that could fuck this night up is if I ran into an ex, and then I always do.
Oh, I'm
It's
always
crazy.
like, you know, it's not like I'm ever like, what would be nice right now? Running into an ex. No, it's, you know, it happens every now and then. It doesn't happen so much to me. You know, I guess most of my exes are, you know, they're kind of home people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go an out guy. Oh, we're trying it. We're trying it.
Oh shit! I didn't. I
It's all right.
forgot.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I was just looking for some sauce. All right, yeah, so we're testing the Arizona hard iced tea. It's a premium spiked beverage. This flavor is called Mucho Mango. It's a cowboy cocktail, so I don't know. For those lighthearted, you know, for those faint of heart, don't try this.
5% alcohol, delightful. Gotta say, tastes just like the Mucho Mango you know and love. I will give it a 22 out of 27. Done.
I love mango.
Next mango.
We're obviously this is the Two Cubes podcast, so we do.
We're mucho for mango.
We're partial to mango, yeah. So it's a little biased. I don't love it. I'm gonna be honest. It's super sweet.
Yeah,
It
well, that's
doesn't taste
mucho
like
mango,
there's any
baby.
alcohol in it at all. So if that's your jam, but me personally, I don't love a super sweet thing. I'm gonna give it a 7.8 out of 14 and a half. That's what I'm gonna give it.
Ooh.
Not a high score.
Not very high, just over
No,
half.
it's going-
Doesn't
yeah.
actually pass a test.
This Arizona's
That's about a
stand back.
67.1%. No, it's not. It's 57.1%.
I would imagine if you were when I'm throwing this up later, it'll probably taste pretty good.
That's one of the nice things about a nice sweet drink.
Yeah, that's true.
The second taste is always just as delightful as the first three.
Not bad.
Is it something you could drink all
alright.
night, or is it one?
No,
like, you can only have
absolutely
one?
goddamn not.
Yeah, it's very syrupy. It's very thick.
This would be like drinking.
I also have the watermelon flavor if you want to try that.
No, I'll do that later.
Okay. Slightly better score. A slightly better score. I like this one a little bit better.
Yeah, I'll try that later.
We
So
go
far
with
I
an
did the
8.2
strawberry
out
kiwi,
of
which I
13
didn't
and a
like,
half, 14 and a half. I don't
and
remember.
the fruit punch.
Yeah, you're not a fan of fruit punch.
I don't like.
Okay, what else you got in that crazy little notepad of yours?
We're done with this segment. Okay, fine.
Oh, we can still talk about shitty dates. My first
I
date
just- I
ever.
didn't know if you
14
had it.
years old, Kayla Queen, shout out, Korean goddess. She was great. I was 14 years old. She was my first girlfriend ever. Yeah, she was. Get this. She was a cute Korean girl, but she was adopted by an Irish and Italian family, right? So she had like a She had kind of like a New York, like New Jersey accent, but she was like a cute little Korean chick. Smart as fuck, funny as fuck.
Did she have an accent?
Yeah, she had like,
Like a Korean
No. Just like she was
did
like
she like Green
she was
Day?
born in Korea, but then like she moved here when she was like a baby. So
I would have
like,
loved an accent
'cause she was
that's
adopted,
Korean
yeah.
and that.
Yeah.
at the same
Did
time.
you?
But
yeah,
like
you can find that in Fort Lee.
She
but
spoke like you know
you,
you and I, but like every now and then, like she'd be like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here! I hurt my leg." You know, like she would just say something like real Jersey, like real.
Did she like Green Day?
I think so. Maybe it was the right time to like Green Day when you were
I
14,
guess.
15 years old. Yeah, in like 1998 or whatever.
Yeah, I may have known this person. They should just change their name and move.
No, I'm not worried. But me and Kayla never really. There was never any beef there.
Had the
I'm
same
pretty sure we're
initials.
still
This is
cool.
pretty wild.
I haven't talked to her in like 15 years, but you
She just
know,
lied.
I'm sure we're cool still. But anyway, our first date ever was. You have to remember we were 14, so my parents, my mom picked her up.
Caden?
No. We went to a movie. Fuck, I wish I could remember what movie it was. It's really a shame that I
Titanic.
can't remember what movie it was. I think it was The Beach, starring. Did you ever see that movie? Starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Actually, pretty good flick. There's some good stuff in that movie. These people go to Thailand. Leonardo DiCaprio meets this hot chick. They go to like this hidden beach. People get attacked by a shark. There's he loses his mind. Like drug dealers are on the beach. It's cool. It's cool.
He's
movie.
big on losing his mind in movies. That's,
Yeah.
that's a big part of his.
I love a movie that's a descent into madness. But anyway, I think that's the movie we went to go see. Anyway, what year did that come out?
2000.
2000.
You said
Maybe it wasn't.
98.
Yeah, I thought it was 98 or 99, but I could be wrong. Anyway,
Could be
so we go
Titanic.
on this date. They drop us off. We go to the food court at Menlo Park Mall. We get our food. I ordered a giant lemonade, right? And the second we sit down at the table, before we even start eating our food, I knock over this giant lemonade. I spill it all over her, all over her food, ruining the food we just bought, everything. She is now completely soaked from like tits to feet just in lemonade, sticky ass lemonade. It was terrible. This thing was like the size of like a popcorn bucket. You know what I mean? It was like giant. So then I was like so embarrassed. I tried to like dry her off. She, of course, was like mortified. But then we wound up, we dated for a couple years. It was fine. That was pretty bad first date.
My first date ever was, her name was Alexa, and yeah, I was probably same age, 14-ish, 13, 14. Brought her to a battle of the bands
Nice.
where you had to vote on, like the team that won played at Warped Tour.
pretty sick.
That's pretty serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that in Asbury?
Nope, it was at the VFW in Cedar Grove.
No, I'm sorry. Warp Tour. At the Asbury Park Warp Tour.
no, it was MetLife Stadium.
Oh shit. That's even. I don't know. That's arguably bigger. Yeah.
And then it was
But it wasn't inside MetLife Stadium. It was like in the parking lot.
Oh, you remember this?
Well, most of the concerts they would have
that
like,
was
festivals
Oh,
like that.
okay.
That was they had like the big bands play inside,
Okay.
but like outside. Who won what Battle of the Bands was to play outside the stadium, like outside. It was like
There was
stage.
probably-
It was
there was
like
probably,
stage
like,
8 or whatever.
Yeah, there was like 8 stages, and you can like go to each stage.
But
Yeah, that sounds great.
my friend's
I,
band was playing in it, and I was like, "You guys, you want to like be backstage and hang out with this band for and all this shit?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome."
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
And then it was pretty cool, and like, my
Do you
friend's
remember the
band
name
won.
of the band?
I remember what they were called, and also you've probably seen them play.
Oh, is it your buddy
Suyat and Kyle and them, but
Oh,
it wasn't.
okay.
It was before that Suyat was in the picture.
Suyat?
Suyat was still
How
on
do you
American
spell
Idol.
that?
You just get rid of that CH in there, and that's it. A T. Yeah.
If you want to look it up at home, it's Suyat.
Oh, he'll put it on the screen.
The Suyat Band.
But it was Kyle Hill's band. They were at the time called the Grovers, I believe. They became Setback Season at one point. They were,
Oh, that wedding looks lit.
yeah, I know that person's wedding. That is,
Are you in that? You in that picture? somewhere?
that's
Are you in
Alex
the back?
Solano's wedding.
Oh, there's Joe right there with the
I am not
the
at it,
Superman
but-
curl right there in the bow tie
But
over
that's
on the
Nick
right.
Solano, who I got in trouble, a lot of trouble in school for making fun of. I mean,
let's not point him out. Let's not.
we
point
were
him out.
cool. He was, you know. I
Look,
just
check
got in a
out
lot
the
of trouble.
dude with the microphone on the left right there. I'm assuming
That's
he's like the
Matsuya.
DJ.
He was on American Idol.
Oh shit! Is he wearing? Oh no, that's the camera. I thought he was wearing like a poncho for a second, but it's the camera at the top of the camera.
He's
Got a do rag and a fedora on.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's
This
the
guy's sick.
Yeah, he's cousins with Israel
With Fat Joe? No.
Wawandi, the guy who does the
With Big
Somewhere
Pun.
Over the Rainbow.
He looks like mini Big Pun.
Well,
looks
he's
like-
awesome. There's Kevin
Oh, look
Giammo.
at that red jacket he's got.
There's Kevin Giammo. in the
no
background.
shit. Yo,
Yes.
click on that right there.
That's
I need to
true.
see Kevin drumming.
That's true. Kevin was in the drums in this band I was talking about.
Kevin Giammo, one of my favorite / most confusing people I know.
Yeah.
I love him to death. I have trouble reading Kevin sometimes, but
Yeah.
they did a lot of covers.
Well, they're a wedding band now, so they do.
Yeah. But Kevin doesn't drum anymore.
No, they have a full 14-piece band. Again, they've evolved over time.
Damn, Kevin gets a lot of screen time in this video.
They were probably filming at Kevin's house. But anyway, yeah, these are all the boys.
Wait, this is Kevin's house?
Probably.
Look at that wood paneling. I
know, dude.
I miss wood paneling like that, man. It's
It could be a
so
studio. but
nostalgic for me.
I'm telling you,
I thought it was because it looked like the studio that I'm familiar with.
it could be.
And I was like, but nah, the doors are different.
Also, this was 12 years ago, so maybe they remodeled a little bit.
If this was 12 years ago, then the studio I'm thinking wasn't even there yet.
Kevin looks like he always does in the background, just like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Just like
That's how he looked every time they played. The whole time he played, he'd be into it. He's really good. He just
no, I mean, yeah,
he just never expresses interest.
That's awesome.
They got
Especially
they,
like a lot of the what's his name, Bruno Mars stuff. Like it's not exactly my cup of tea. It's a little too poppy, but I recognize like there's definitely some slick drumming and like bass playing
yeah,
and stuff in
yeah.
those
But no,
songs. Yeah, like
so this band, obviously before they had their early iterations, they got kicked out of my high school talent show
yeah.
because when they were getting started, ready to go, their lead singer at the time goes, "All right, ready? Let's rock this shit!" And he was supposed to say ship, and then they played.
That's kind of
all
funny,
that.
like a word that is now like allowed
Well,
on basic
yeah.
cable. Like you
But-
got kicked
well,
out of the talent.
then they
show
played-
for saying-
They finished playing. They were clearly the best performance. And Kev came through the curtain at the end and just does this to the fucking school. Fucking incredible.
Kevin rules, man.
Yeah, they were the best. But that was my first date, And like you said, we dated for a couple months, but we were 13 or whatever. So.
Yeah. I actually dated Kayla for a long time. How long did I date Kayla?
Oh no, I wasn't. It was whatever. It was
Great
very
White
hard.
Buffalo?
I'm sorry.
Great White Buffalo?
Great White Buffalo. I'm what you call a serial monogamist. Yeah.
I often
I think I broke that though. I went through a long period of singleness, and I'm just like, well, this is just desolate and lonely and sucks. So
what sucks is I'll probably never have a first date again because I love first dates. I love it.
yeah. I hate a first date.
I'll go on first
I hate it
dates
so
with
bad.
people. I don't care. I love it.
I'd much prefer
Actually, I
a
have a
first
great
date
story
where you
about
just kind of act like you just met. You know what I mean? Like I'd much rather just a
That was
spontaneous.
one
meeting is
cool
the
dating thing
best,
I
yeah.
used to like a lot with an ex-girlfriend. Sam hates this story, but I'll tell it anyway.
Again, she's not going to listen to the podcast.
My one ex-girlfriend, she was whatever. We were high school dating. Wasn't she's actually now married to one of my friends, so whatever. But
You ever,
whenever
you ever get in your friend's ear and go like,
when we'd argue,
so fucked up.
well, no, 'cause she got me kicked out of the whole friend group and all that stuff.
Thanks a lot.
When we'd argue and stuff,
Thanks for holding that ass down for me, son.
when we'd argue, we'd just go and if it was something silly, like we
Yeah.
knew it was silly, we would just go and interview people on the street. Mm-hmm. I wish we recorded it. It'd be smart. Could have made some money out of it, but This was 2009, so who knew to make any money on
Who
stuff?
got into an argument? You and your friend? Or
Me and my girlfriend. Whenever we got in a,
You would be like, yo, I need someone else's opinion on this.
yeah, and I would be like, get in the car. We're driving them on.
Let's run it up a pole.
And we're gonna just talk
Yeah.
to people on Park Street and figure this out.
You just slip the person a 20, like, "We're on my side."
No, 'cause she was dumb, so I was right all the time.
You just keep winking at the person.
I was always right. I'd be like, you can word it however you want. I don't care.
No, you can't let him word it.
Oh,
You can't
it
let
didn't
him word
matter.
it however you want.
One time she argued with me that if you're wearing high heels, you're literally taller. You're not. No. You're still just 5'2". I was like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what if I stand up on an airplane? Am I
what
36,000 feet tall? No.
I mean, you do have the vista of a tall person, but
It's a trick.
Yeah, it's a trick.
If I illusion somebody,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Chris Angel was not
Well,
flying.
yeah, there was that famous like stand-up comedian was just like, like women, you got, you wear makeup, you don't look like that. You wearing high heels, you're not that tall. You dyed your hair's not that color. I forget who it was.
All right. Next topic.
Yeah, hit me with it. I need it so bad.
And you
were
can
slowly-
expand on this.
We were slowly turning into a dating podcast.
Yeah.
Which I gotta say, Joe was bold.
Oh shit! I have another great story.
Was bold to bring up dating, to focus on dating, and not to say that we'll never return to dating, but just being that you have a long-term girlfriend that you live with, and you have
A
a child
10-year
with,
monogamous
and
relationship.
that I am currently dating your sister.
Yeah, I know.
It was a little, it was a little tense talking about our dating history.
I'm a man who doesn't fear stuff.
And they're only upstairs.
Yeah, and they're literally within.
Yeah, they can hear us. Me screaming, they can hear us. Anyway,
If you guys just hear a clink, 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 it might just be a grenade rolling down the stairs.
But if people do have dating questions and they need
yeah.
advice,
If you
they
want
can
advice
definitely call.
me.
Yeah, we
can
know
call-
everything. We know
They can call the number.
I'm a 47-year-old.
They can
man.
call-
I've been on a million dates. in my life.
973-559-3328 and send us a voicemail. If you want to send a video or something, you can email it to us at 2cubespod@gmail.com and we'll play the video on here if it's appropriate and fun.
Oh, wait, no, I got another first date story, and it's not my first date.
I have a fun dating story, but you got
Just no, we were joking around. We were talking about giving dating advice. I work with this guy, Tehran. I'm gonna say his name. Shout out Tehran. What's up? And Tehran,
It's okay, there's so many of those
He's
that
like a 30,
we'll never find out who it
31-year-old
is.
guy or something. And he's telling me, he asked me advice the other day. We're sitting there at lunch, and he goes, Chris, he's like, I just started dating this girl. We've been dating for 3 weeks or something. And my other friend from college hit me up, and she wants to come hang out. And before he even finished the sentence, I'm like, no, don't hang out. And he was like, why? What? I'm like, your female friend from college. I'm gonna guess you've hooked up with this girl. He was like, not
That's a yes.
really. I was like, no, don't hang out with her. I was like, you
Fair
like
enough.
this girl? And he's like, yeah, I like this girl I'm dating over. I'm like, don't hang out with this chick. I was like, unless you're gonna hang out in a group of
40.
5, 6, 10 people. You know what I mean? Like, do
on
not
film
hang
the
out.
whole time.
And he's like, no, listen. I'm like, okay, but I'm telling you right now, before you even get into the story, no, don't hang out. So he's like, all right, she's coming up, she's cool, the girl I'm dating right now, she's cool too, And he's like, I think I'm gonna bring my girlfriend with me to go pick her up at the airport or whatever, and then we're just gonna drive her to where she's staying or whatever. And I'm like, okay. He's like, but I was thinking maybe we could stop. I know this cool spot in West Orange or whatever where you could, it's you see the city skyline, and we were gonna smoke up. I'm like, you're gonna bring her to a makeout point with your girl? I'm like, what are you, fucking dumb, dude? No, absolutely not. And he just he was so adamant. He's like, no, man, it's cool. I'm like, why are you asking me? Why are you asking me this? It's because you're doubting yourself. Because this isn't a good idea. So this idiot, shout out to Ron. Sorry. He does it. He brings this girl to the spot. He brings the girlfriend and it doesn't work out. Now he's broken up with this girl. And he's looking at me at lunch Chris, I should have listened to you, man.
Well,
So come to me for dating
listen to the
advice. I will
podcast. We
steer
got it,
you.
baby. We
I'll
are.
steer you in the right direction.
We're golden for this. I promise. We've experienced stuff.
And the best part is he tells me this whole story, right? Like he goes through the whole thing. I keep saying no, 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 and he's like, and I mean, like the one knock against my friend from college, she does dress kind of wild. I'm like, what do you mean wild? He's like, I mean, like, you know, like
me?
titties out.
I was like,
I'm like, Teron, no, dude. She's gonna go off the plane, just like they're just gonna be swinging, hanging out. Like your girlfriend's gonna want to fucking stab you in the heart before your friend even gets in the car. Like, are you nuts?
oh boy.
Yeah, man. People don't know what they're doing out there, Joe. We gotta help them.
I again, like I was saying before, I'll go with you guys on a first date or a date, whatever. I don't care.
No,
I'll ruin your date.
You can be my guy in the van that I like touch my earpiece. Fuck, I just smack that microphone.
No, I'll just keep conversation going every time it's. I'll sit quietly.
Oh, you're actually gonna be at the table.
If it stops,
Okay,
I'll be like,
all right.
so what are you guys looking for in this? Again, I one time me and Jerry dated the same girl for a while. It was pretty cool.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And you knew or you didn't know?
Oh yeah. So she would talk to me, and Jerry would do all the weird, like, gooey sex.
Weird sex stuff.
Yeah.
He would touch the girly parts.
Yeah, he would do all that part, and I
How
would
did
do.
this happen?
We were just hanging out.
This
we
girl
were
must have
bored.
been cute, man. If the two of you were just like, I mean, I'll split her, hey, whatever.
No, we just thought it was hilarious. So I would text her all the time, and she knew she was texting me. It wasn't like she thought she was texting Jerry. And then we'd hang out together, and like we'd just hang out and they'd make
she
out.
thought that you guys didn't know about each other.
Oh, no,
but you
she
guys
knew.
did.
She didn't talk to Jerry on the phone like ever at all.
So you were
She talked to me.
like in a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, me and Jerry are best friends.
You fucking hippie.
We almost got married on the radio once. It was pretty cool.
What radio station?
I don't know. It was when gay marriage was legal. We almost got married. My mom was gonna kill me.
Wait, did you say when gay marriage was legal? I'm pretty sure it still is.
No, like when they
Oh,
made it
like
legal.
when it just popped, when it just dropped,
like
when
the
gay
night-
marriage just dropped.
Like the night they made it legal, they were like, "We'll do a free gay marriage
what
on the
year
radio."
was that? It was like 2006 or something.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, 2009 or something. I don't know, but we were sitting in the car. We're like, "You want to do it? It'll be funny. You want to get married? Yeah.
You want to get married on the podcast, Joe?
Do you have a ton of debt I don't know about?"
No, I actually am pretty good on debt.
Cool. Then
No,
sure.
this is really just a plot because I'm. I know Sam would murder you if you married.
That is true. That is true. You should
I'm just trying to get you killed.
You should
Jeff.
take out an insurance policy rather quickly.
That'd be such a diabolical. I'll get him to marry me on the podcast.
Pull the old Chuck and Larry.
The chocolate factory.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be pretty good. Okay, to the next segment. That's probably the last story. I won't tell any more stories about me and Jerry dating the same person.
I love that story. I'm gonna bring that up as much as I can.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more and more as time goes. It went on for a month or so.
We might need Jerry as a guest on the show.
Oh, Jerry will talk about it. We could probably share her name on this. I don't think she's ever going to listen. And if she did, I don't know. Her name's Kristen Bucinich. Maybe we'll bleep that second name.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go in and edit that.
That dirty girl.
Anyway,
Cute boy.
she wasn't dirty.
Kidding,
She
I'm
was,
sure she was fine.
she was very nice. She was only having sex with one person at the time. Just one.
She was having brain sex. with
One
you,
person was being very nice to her because I'm awesome to talk to.
though. You are a sweetheart.
I did used to act like I was deaf sometimes when people would talk to me.
What's the next goddamn topic?
Okay, and you can elaborate on this. Would you rather have the car from Back to the Future or the Magic School Bus?
Dude, Back to the Future.
Nope, you're wrong.
You're
Wrong answer.
crazy. You literally
Wrong answer.
you're a god with the
Fucking
Back
Magic
to the
School
Future.
Bus. You were a god that could also take your buddies, and you were a god who could also shrink down to microscopic size. So you could also go back in time like they do in Back to the Future. It has so many things.
I don't remember them going back in time.
Yeah, they go to see dinosaurs, bruh. Guess where dinosaurs?
You're right. I take it back. Can I rescind my? If the Magic School Bus can travel in
You
time,
could take all the boys.
then why the fuck wouldn't you? Because the Magic School Bus can shrink in size.
It could
They
do so
can-
much shit.
It can do space travel. Because like, if you think about it, like, the flux capacitor, the fucking the DeLorean that
Blustosaurus.
they drive around in.
Yeah.
it can only exist on Earth, right? But the Magic School Bus goes into
to space, does whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. So
It's like-
you're right. You're absolutely right. Magic School Bus. I didn't think about that
It's like
enough.
the Fast and the Furious.
I take it back.
Well, then there's like Kid from Knight Rider would be kind of
It
cool.
is. It is not like Fast and Furious, but I still agree.
They're gonna have a microscopic one soon, I'm sure.
I like the Magic School Bus rides again. It's like after because back for popular demand, the Magic School Bus rides again. They really should do like a Magic School Bus series like aimed at like the adults that read it when they were kids and just make it all like I
Was it
don't
a
know.
book?
Like Miss Frizzle or Miss Frazzle or whatever the hell her name is.
Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, she's just like smoking cigarettes.
She's benching 405 by the way.
She's doing a scotch. She's like, "You want to take her out for one more spin?" You know what I mean? Like,
It's like a beat up old man now.
The cover would be like the same illustrator that did the books, but she's like leaning out the window, just like spraying off an Uzi or something. You know, like with some cool like some blue blocker shades on, like a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. Like,
I like it.
I can see it, man. We can make millions off it. This is a gold mine. Whoever owns the rights to the IP to Magic School Bus, get on that shit. We want it.
Yeah, we also want the guy from Hooked on Phonics to do it.
The guy who did the commercial, or like the guy
No.
who was on the tapes?
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about that guy.
Oh, you're talking about Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right.
I can do.
I totally know his name. It's
Just take a look. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he's also from-
It wasn't. Was it Geordie?
LeVar Burton. That's
LeVar
it.
Burton. Yeah, but who was he in Star Trek? Was it Geordie? What the hell
Yeah,
was his name?
I don't know what Star Trek.
No, Geordie was the kid. I think.
Idiot.
Damn it! What the fuck was his name? I forget who he played on Star Trek. Whatever.
I don't know. He was also
he
Kunta
had the thing
Kinte.
over his eyes. It's driving me nuts.
It's down there.
Yeah, type in LeVar Burton, or just type in.
He's got it right there.
Yeah,
So
but
it's gonna
what the-
tell him right there.
What was the character's name? God damn.
Oh man, he was in a lot of Star Trek stuff. But he was in Roots. He was in the Reading Rainbow.
My parents were Trekkies.
Oh, I never
So,
really was.
That's what really firmly planted me in the world of nerd when I was young. What was his character on Star Trek? God damn it!
Geordie.
Oh, it was Geordie. Nice.
Yes.
I had no idea Geordie was spelled like that.
Yeah, I mean they can spell it however they want. It's Star
I thought
Trek.
it would be Jordi, but I don't know.
Wait, why does it say as LeVar Burton?
Well, because he's his own person.
That was a meta story. They did. No, I have no idea.
It's LeVar Burton playing Geordie as LeVar Burton.
Yeah,
Shouldn't it be LeVar Burton as Geordie?
Yeah.
Whoever
No,
wrote
it's
that
the opposite.
You'd think they'd have some smart characters working for the Star Trek people, but apparently not.
I mean, this is IMDb, so
IMDb.
We're a little dyslexic here. It's fine.
All right.
Oh, Monkey Man looks awesome. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
It looks like an Indian kung fu movie directed by Jordan Peele. I'm confused, but I want to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Anyway, that reminds me that movie reminds me of the Neanderthal thing, where I think I'm more Neanderthal than most people. But
Yeah, I believe that. You look
that was
like
just 'cause
you look
the
like
deep
you were
research I did.
you look like you were raised on the other side of the narrow sea, and that you worship horses. I can see by your reaction that no one watched Game of Thrones. But
nope.
there's somebody out there getting a little little low chuckle in there.
Yeah, we should have played the crickets for that one.
Good reaction time, Jack.
Okay. I got worst best bartender down here.
I'm sorry. Can you qualify? Like, explain that to me. The worst, best bartender. Like a
So
bartender.
who's the
who's-
worst bartender you ever had? Like where was that?
Oh, and then who was the worst? Okay.
And who was the best? If
thought
you don't
you
have
wanted
to,
me
you don't
to
have to name one best because there's
roll
tons
it
of
into
best.
one person.
It's a bunch of bests.
Who's the worst bartender in the world? Man,
Yeah.
if we can go back to, I don't remember if it was last episode or the episode before that, where I was shitting on the pet shop in Jersey City.
yeah.
But pretty much every bartender at the pet shop in Jersey City is the worst bartender I've ever met in my life. They refuse to make eye contact with anybody waiting at the bar.
That's funny.
It's a Saturday night. The place is packed. and they just always seem to have something better to do than take your drink order. Like they're constantly scanning the counter of the bar and then turning around, and they'll be back there for an hour and a half and never make eye contact with a single customer. It's amazing. And then like finally like they'll walk up, they'll like stand in front of somebody and put their hands out. Like it's very autistic. It's very strange. They stand in front of a customer. They put their hands out like they're ready to take their order, but they still don't look them in the eye. They're like still looking down. And then like you as the customer, you're like a little confused. Like you look back and forth. Like you look to the other people next to you to be like, is it okay for me to order now? Like am I worthy? You know? And you'd be like, can I have three shots of Casamigos, a Miller High Life, and 2 blah blah blah. And they'll be like, yeah, okay. And they'll come back with your drink, and then you won't hear from them again for the rest of the night. So if you're going to a pet shop, bring your own drinks is what I'm saying. Bring a flask.
And pregame.
Funny.
I don't know how that place makes money.
Same thing happens at Jimmy's,
It's crazy.
where I denounced 2 weeks
Wow.
ago.
But then like you go to like a bar, right next door, and they look you in the eye. They're happy. They're friendly. Like I don't know what it is about them. And like the pet shop is like the cool bar in Jersey City. It's like where everybody hangs out. I feel like it does more business, and I just don't get it. Like I don't understand. Like I don't understand how anybody gets a drink there. I don't know how they make any money. Like nobody sells anything. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I run into some good and bad. I had a good bartender this week. I was where was I this weekend? Oh, Pittman, New Jersey. Wonderful place, just as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I had a good time, and we were staying in Glassboro, and I went to Chickies and Pete's.
Ah, I heard Chickies and Pete's has good crab cakes.
Shit. Yeah, they have all kinds of crab stuff.
Got blew them out of the water though. Our buddy Scott made better crab cakes.
But I had a bartender who was really cool. We bet on the UFC fights together. It was a lot of fun.
Is Chickies and Pete's a chain?
Oh yeah,
It is. Okay.
they've taken over all of Philly and most of South Jersey. It's everywhere down there.
Really? Okay. I've heard of it, but I thought for some reason I thought it was one like family-owned spot.
All of them have a picture of those 2 assholes who started it. I guess Chicky and Pete.
I wonder if it's like that place Tommy's Tap and Tavern or whatever where Henry works.
yeah.
Where like it started as like a family-owned spot, and now they got like 6 locations or
Chickies
whatever.
and Pete's has like there's like more than one in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
The owner of Tommy's passed away like a few months ago.
I heard that actually. Yeah. It's,
But and they also have
how do you know that?
because there's
Everyone
one
knows that.
there's one by me and it was in the newspaper, but they also own Tio Tacos.
Yeah, Tio's or whatever. Yeah.
Tio Taco.
I've never been to Tio's, but
It's only not only, but they usually just have a shit ton of tequila.
nice. Like a large variety of tequila. Shit, I'll go
ginormous.
hang at the bar at Tio's. If they got like tons of tequila, I'll definitely fuck with that.
They have a bunch of different kinds of that, and then really good tacos.
Nice. That sounds right up my alley. I love tacos. I love tequila, and I love whiskey and beer.
But I was there watching the UFC fights this past weekend. It was fun. We had a good time. There was some gambling going on.
Which Chickie and Pete's
Glassboro.
in Scotland? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, shit. I don't know where Glassboro is.
It's down by Philly. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's
Damn,
Okay.
it looks
All right.
real nice.
it was nice. I had a good time. Pretty much drank alone, but they gave me a good deal. They only charged me for 5 of my JMO gingers.
Isn't that the best? But then you feel like you got to tip really well, and then it all just.
I
kinda-
tipped. I always
just
tip
kinda
well anyway,
evens
though.
out.
But I tip well, and it did help that I know the bartender just won money on betting, so that helped me as well. But we had a good time. I had a great time. I walked home. The clocks changed. That was a pain in the ass.
You walked all the way to Belleville, New Jersey.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm just kidding. Would you guys get an Airbnb or something?
Nope, stayed in the hotel.
Tell us about your hotel. Did it smell like a public pool?
Smelled like
Was-
cigarettes.
Okay, those are the two options. You either got, if you go to a nice hotel, it smells like clean laundry, and if you go to a shitty hotel, it either smells like like a public pool, cigarettes, or jizz. Those are your,
I was gonna say a bucket of nut.
No, it smelled like cigarettes most of the time.
Dude,
It was not. It was. It wasn't a bad
change the
hotel.
name of the podcast to Bucket and Nut.
That could be one of the ideas I wrote down.
Bucket and Nut.
But you know,
I mean, if we do a dating one, it could be
yeah, that's true. Best bartenders, though, I got to give a shout out to Will. I think Tabby's incredible.
I was just gonna say, if
a
you
bar
don't
alone.
shout out Tabby, she might kill you, dude.
I think Tabby's
She might
incredible at
shank
running
you.
a bar alone. I don't think she works well with others.
She really controls a room too, dude.
Yeah.
She's like yelling at people. She's
exactly.
like-
She's very
yeah.
good at being a general.
Yeah. And she's got like a fucking like She-Ra tattoo on her back, dude. She's like it's weird. She's like a closet nerd kind of. She's like into like 80s cartoons and stuff. She's got like Wildcats tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's,
I think they're
she's a weird-
Thundercats, but yeah.
That's what I meant. Thundercats,
Yeah.
not Wildcats.
But
Strange
yeah, no,
bird.
she's big time. You know, then you get to like the Jack Browns of the world, who's just a funny dude, who's good at his job. He's been doing it forever. You know, he's not the fastest, but he works at the correct bar for that, where it's not a lot of people.
Yeah. I gotta shout out the Green Room. I love the Green Room.
I love the Green Room.
It's my
Love
buddy,
Ant.
my buddy Anthony's bar in Harrison, New Jersey. I don't know
if their bartenders
She's a
are the
good
best there.
bartender to me. I don't. I mean, like, I assume she's a good bartender to everybody else too. Her name's Sam, and yeah, she's great. I mean, she's been there. She's been there forever. She's yeah, she's the best. She's very weird. She's
there's
great
no
at social
space.
media. She's always posting some artsy weird story that like, and then like advertising for the Green Room. She's pretty funny. She moved away to
Harrison,
Connecticut
that's
though,
it,
but
yeah.
every time she comes back like a couple times a month to like bartend at the Green Room, and it's always like great to see her. It's always like Sammy's back. Like everybody like shows up. It's a good time. There's a Green Room in Montclair.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
it's a,
I love
it's a
I love that place. They have like CBD, and
Is it CBD only, or do they also have?
yeah, it's CBD. Well, they have like Delta 8, Delta 9,
Okay.
Delta 10, and all that. But
I've smoked Delta 8 before. I didn't love it. It made me
Yeah,
feel
it's-
weird. It kind of gave me a headache. I didn't feel high.
yeah.
I don't know. You like
think-
Delta 8?
No, I'm a big CBD guy.
CBD. Okay.
Yeah, and they have like really good stuff.
Do you smoke weed or no?
Used to.
Ah, damn it.
I wish I could.
I was hoping you had
Jack's
some.
Jack's retired from a lot of activity.
I was the best at smoking weed and drinking.
Is it the pregnancy kid thing, or is it
No, it's
just like a lifestyle? Like you just
lifestyle.
decided you-
I had like I said, I was Hall of Fame weed smoker and drinker, and I had to. Yeah,
I wish I knew you, Jack. Wish I knew you back then.
it was good
It
times.
was fun.
I
It
like
was,
people. I wish I could.
It was
live
always a good
1,000
time running into
lifetimes.
Jack. That was the thing with Jack is you wouldn't see him that often, but when you saw Jack, the night was gonna be a good night.
Jack was gonna get you turned.
Well, then
you
it-
were Captain Jack.
That,
Captain
then
Jack
we'd
will
show up
get
fucking
you.
later on at his house, and it would get. Then it was gonna be a good night. Like if Jack was out, like all the boys were out. It was like a full moon. There was like everyone was coming if Jack was coming. So
Oh man, you were like the good luck charm. Everyone,
yeah, he was Midas.
everyone had to get together to conjure you.
Yeah, I definitely have texts like Jack's coming, you have to come. Like it's a fucking this is it. We'll not see him for 6 months. We gotta do it. Like, all right, cool.
I didn't know the podcast was being produced by a legend. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Absolutely. Dude, he's got his brother's names alone are legendary.
Yeah.
Just a pile of awesome names.
I'm older than you guys, but I'm not that.
You
much
asked if
older
he
than you guys.
smokes weed.
but-
He has a brother named Blaze.
Damn. BLAISE. Is it that?
No, it's IZE.
IZE. Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
kinda
No
like
A?
first name with a Z.
BLAIZE.
Yeah.
Nice, man. You're Italian?
No, I think Irish.
Yeah,
I
With a
only
name
say
like
I think.
Blaze?
He's definitely Irish because
The
his
hell outta
dad is Irish as fuck.
Yeah. Does he have like a brogue and shit?
That would be sick. No, there's a story in the family. Like my great grandma came over from Ireland during the famine, and she got sick. And the captain of the boat, since there was no doctor, took her in and like took care of her until they got to the United States. And his last name was Benson. So when she got to Ellis Island, she changed her last name from O'Cummings to Benson. And
Oh,
O'Cummings,
she was O'Cummins.
Oh, because this guy saved your life.
yeah.
I hate
Also-
to tell you this, Jack, but
Also,
thank fuck.
also, his dad's a fireman, so I think he was trying to extinguish his little brother. You can't be a fireman and name a kid Blaze and be like, "Yeah, we wanted him." Not a surprise.
Oh man.
But don't you also have a brother named Buff?
Yeah, it's his nickname, Buff. It's my older brother.
That's fucking cool. How did you get the nickname Buff?
When he was born, my dad looked at him and he was like, Buff.
shredded.
And
Fucking
it stuck with him.
Beefy. That's a beefy baby.
damn, that's a buff baby.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of Buff, Joe, we should just bang out some curls on the air right now, right?
Yes.
He is an incredible beatboxer, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Like Rozelle.
Beatboxing Buff Benson?
Yeah.
I want to hear it now. Does he have a demo?
No, but he'll be performing tomorrow at Cedar Bean at the open mic.
Does he have like rappers he performs with?
No, he kind of he's very, very unique. Like he'll do a bunch of different songs in like a 5-minute period.
What's his name?
Buff.
No, he just goes by Buff.
Yeah, Buff Jab.
Well, I've got an open mic he can attend.
Yeah, he's going to the Cedar Bean tomorrow in Cedar Grove.
Yeah. But I will definitely
Cedar Bean.
It's a coffee shop.
the coffee shop. A lot of people go up with the
Is he aware that cedars do not produce beans?
Yeah. But I'll definitely take the info on that open mic.
He's got a fun open mic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Sometimes it is.
I was there
It's
once.
really
I
weird.
went
It's
to-
wacky. It's like sometimes like there's like a million people there. We don't have enough. There's like not enough time for everybody to go up. And then other times you show up and it's like me and my friend Mike just like stoned,
Keep going.
twiddling on a guitar. And nobody else is there. You know what I mean? So you never know what you're gonna get. It's
I mean-
like, totally random.
Sounds like a good time to me.
He's actually there right now. I wonder how it's going. But shout out. Brightside Tavern.
There's
Jersey
also
City, New
an
Jersey.
open mic, Joe, that you should
Open
go
mic
to.
Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Great place.
Sunday nights.
22 Scoop.
Silver Stream Studios. It's
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
all comedians.
It's Chris Purdue. He's the same guy who does tonight. The one that I go to.
I really like
Same
it.
guy.
being
the
an
same
open
guy.
mic.
Same guy who runs it, yeah.
So
Fat Man Danish, yeah.
yeah, I think it's like you can go for free, and you could pay $5 to go up.
Yeah, I know. No, I
Going to see a comedian open mic, I think is worth it. Like, because even though you'll see like 10 comics and only like 1 or 2 of them will be funny, like the 2 that are funny are like really funny. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And
Some
that-
of these, some of
and
these
feel
guys,
like you got to see like something special. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's gonna be somebody.
that
You
and
know, like,
comics
really
really appreciate non-comics showing up. Because guess what? Comics don't laugh at other comics' jokes.
yeah, it's very
So
true.
it's
yeah, because they probably seen him
very
100 times.
silent.
Yeah, because
Well,
they probably follow
they've
him
seen
around.
him, but
They've been
also
to
it's
all
like,
the
I'm
same
not going to
open
laugh for
mics.
you,
That's-
motherfucker, because...
Yeah.
I know
That's,
it-
I mean, that's stupid. But
I know at that open mic, there's a couple guys who like.
Yeah, yeah. It's all the same guys. It's actually
Well, they're
Josh
like-
Wells, the same guy who...
Yeah.
he goes to both of them. He's performing at the one in Montclair soon.
Yeah, and I know they like kind of gig around. Like
Yeah.
I think they like do it for an actual living.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's the same guys. Again, he's seen them all too, but the one guy like is friends with his landlord roommate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was friends with this guy Joe Palestina, who is like kind of blowing up right now. He's on like an HBO show. He's like a stand-up comedian. He's a musician, like all
Look
around
this guy
crazy
up.
talented guy. Yeah, he was on We Own This City. I know him. He's from Montclair, New Jersey. Yeah, that's him. Great guy. He put on like a comedy show in Montclair one time, and there was a bunch of comedians there, and like it was just cool because like like all of them were pretty funny. He was like the host, and there was this one girl there. Man, I should shout her out. What the hell's her name? Kelly Nichols, I believe is her name. And I had like the biggest crush on her. She was like super funny, like real cute girl. I probably shouldn't have said her name because, you know, I don't know, my girlfriend might listen to this and then look her up and hate on her. But
It'll be all right.
this was years ago. But it was cool because, like, I saw her, like, you know, she was not famous at all, like, whatever. And but I was like, wow, that girl's, like, crazy funny. Like, that girl's probably, like, could go places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's some funny ones.
And then I saw her, like, at one other show because my friend, I have, like, another friend that does comedy, and, like, she was at that show. And I was like, oh, it's that girl, Kelly, again. Like, and she was good again. And now she's, like, blowing up. She like she opened for like Chris Gethard and like she's been all over the place. So like yeah, like the name Kelly, I think it's Kelly Nichols. If you see her around, like yeah, she's good.
This woman?
No, that is definitely not here. I would put like comedy or like you know
Could she be
comedy New
Could
Jersey
she be
or
Kid
something.
Nichols on
Maybe she would just
On
put a
Instagram?
lot of makeup on, dude.
Or is
She
it
fooled
Kate
you.
Nichols? I thought it was Kelly,
No,
but I could be wrong.
I'm saying Kelly Nichols is Kid Nichols on Instagram. And it seems
It might be her, but anyway, yeah, she was awesome, dude. Yeah, that's her right there. Like crazy funny. Like she was super funny. And like I was like maybe it was just a fluke, like the one time I saw her, but then I saw her again with my friend Ryan, and like she was awesomely funny. So like I don't know, it's just cool. Like if she blows up and gets famous, I'm gonna be like, I was there, and you know,
nice.
whatever, like you know, 2019 when like nobody knew who the fuck she was.
yeah.
Like,
She was playing at the Oakley. You used to work at the Oakley.
Yeah, fuck that place. That's a really bad bar no one should ever go to.
I've never been. I don't know. Is it even open anymore?
I know
I think
the
it's for lease right now.
the owner is been trying to sell that place.
I think it's for lease right now. I don't think they're open.
When I drove, because I drive by it when I go here, and then I think of how shitty that place was. But I mean, there's cars there, and I still see the dumbass sign.
Oh, okay.
but dumb. What's so dumb about this?
fucking- I just hate that
outside. It
place.
looks like it's like a
The place fucking sucks.
What's the name of it again?
the Oakley. Have you ever seen
The
the
Oakley.
place Sear by the Willowbrook Mall, where it's like that wood? It looks like
I'm such a
some
New Jersey.
Japanese person's gonna start cooking on it. It looks like those like sauna grills.
Is the sign like a giant
Sauna
wok?
grills?
No,
or
it
you
looks
mean
like a sauna. It looks like a
Is there steam shooting out of it and stuff? Like it's like a Vegas sign?
it's a restaurant. I don't know.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
But-
I was gonna say like I'm such a
Look up
Jersey
the
guy,
Oakley. You can see it. You just show them the Oakley. Show them what it looks like.
but yeah, I'm such a Jersey guy. But like
Sorry,
you guys always talk about areas of New Jersey that I don't know. Like
you don't have to go to this place. You're not missing anything. I promise you.
Well, yeah.
now
but I'm
I
saying-
have to go just so I can hate on it.
It's on the
now,
outside.
all
It looks
over
like a
the-
barn, but how they have the written and all that.
So do you guys hate it because of like the people who work
I've never
there?
been
Like
No, I used to work there. The owner's a piece of garbage.
now it all comes together.
there it is over there.
I got to admit, judging
Walter
by the
Street
pictures,
there.
the place looks kind of cool.
It's got a cool look to it. Again, I've never been. It's just in a weird spot for me to go to, so I've never been there.
That's not it.
Again, like pulling up like some cool like HD like video, like spinning 360 of like some cool indie band playing. Like I don't know, you're only turning me on to the Oakley right now.
The concept is off of Annie Oakley.
Oh,
Okay,
I
all
never knew
right. So
Yeah.
you could like shoot guns there. and,
No,
like,
you should be able to. I want it.
that. Ooh, I can throw people over the fence.
There is a balcony.
I know there's a fucking.
there is
pool
the
balcony.
Mexican toss. out
There's this
back.
balcony that is ginormous that you can throw someone.
Yeah, you could throw them like to Kingsland from there, and it used to be next to a place called Meal, that just was like the sign said Meal,
Terrible.
and then it said like lounge, eat, meat, and I was like meat.
The sign may have said like
MEET.
meal, the bare minimum.
I mean,
Well,
they're getting down
it said
to.
MEET. So I was like, is this like a place for singles?
It reminds me of like Jose Tejas.
Like a speed
they
dating?
didn't know that they were two different words.
Is it a speed dating lounge? What is this? I was
How am
like,
out of drinks at every
I would
turn.
I would
Like,
love to go to speed dating.
I'll grab
by the
you
way.
something.
Can we go to speed dating one day?
No. I will officially say no is my answer.
We could bring the girls.
No is my answer.
We could bring the girls. I just want to do it. Yeah.
No.
Would you like a twisted?
Sure. Whatever you
Some
whatever
blue
you got in there.
curacao? No, he won't like that. That's IPA. He doesn't like IPAs.
I'll take. Isn't there? There's not a glass twisted at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Thank you.
Anyway, next segment.
glass, you can really
Have you ever had a fun wrong number story?
Yes, I do. You
Yeah?
guys can go.
If you got one, let's get it. I just had one happen last week. Is why I
Like you called the wrong number?
No, this person texted me.
Oh, I'm talking about. All right, so fucking Jimmy had his house phone when we were growing up. Like, it's the only way you can contact someone, obviously. So
Yeah, except for you lived
was
across
so
the street.
fun.
and you
I could have literally.
He still drives to your house. I don't understand why.
You'd have to, like, in that nervous little kid voice, you'd have to, like, talk to your friend's mom and just be like, hey, my name, I'm CJ, and I know
Jimmy available?
and I know Jimmy from school, and I just wanted to know if maybe, like, we could come out and he could ride bikes, maybe we could play basketball.
You couldn't pull that shit with Sue.
No. The problem is, one time I called and
And wait, I'm sorry, but this was the best part. The mom would be like, yeah, he's here, hold on. Jimmy! Like, just, like, scream. And you hear, like, what? Like, you always knew, like, what kind of household it was by, like, how the kid responded. You know what I mean? Like, the kid would either be like, what do you want, Mom? I'm playing video. Or they'd be like, yes, mother. You know what I mean? Like, you'd hear them be like a total pussy. And then they get on the phone with you and, like, they'd be all quiet for a second until they got into a quiet room and they'd be like, what's up, faggot? What are you doing? They try to act all hard and be like, don't do that with me. I heard how you were with your mom.
There's
Like,
a great
little
comedian
bitch.
who does that, where he goes, white kids are just mean to their parents. It's crazy. It's like, if I ever said shit like that to my parents, they'd beat the hell out of me. He'd be like, you're not talking to your friend, get the fuck out of here. And it's really funny because I thought back and I'm like, yeah, I do know a lot of my friends that are like, shut the fuck up, Mom. I swear to God, I will kill us all.
It'll kill us.
so real quick. So we would have to memorize each other's numbers.
Oh, I still know everyone's phone number.
And one day I fucked up and called one digit off, the last digit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to have a full on conversation. And it was this old woman that answered.
Oh, she was ecstatic that you called her. She was so happy you
I
called
later on got in contact with the real Jimmy.
He called me.
Looking
And-
for my dead husband.
Asked me how my day was.
And once I got in contact with him and we ended up hanging out, I told him, like, dude, I fucking called the wrong number. And for the rest of probably a 4-year period, anytime we were bored, we would call that number.
Oh, man, that's so sweet. She loved that, man.
But then we played
fucking
into it
loved
like,
Yeah, I would say they were definitely. This was not, hey, how you doing, Edith? It was, it's 2 a.m. Let's bother Edith.
no, it wasn't 2 a.m. because we were probably like
Yeah, but
it's whatever,
8
yeah.
or 10.
Edith, you up?
But we played into it because one time we called and she was like, "Is this Julia?"
Oh,
And we were like,
no, you
well, now
pranked
we're Julia. So we started talking to it like as a child's voice, like a 3-year-old, talking to this woman and just acting like we were this little girl who called the wrong number.
The rest of this woman's family thought that she was hallucinating.
She would be like, Julia called me.
Julia keeps calling me on the
I
phone.
keep getting calls from
She's so
Julia.
sweet. She keeps sending me pictures of a penis.
It was great. That was a good 4-year stretch.
That is a
Oh,
lot
man.
of fun.
So, what did you learn about Julia, though?
We were Julia.
I'm sorry, not Julia. What was her name?
No, she learned
I just
about
said
us.
Edith.
That was the best part.
You didn't learn anything about her. You didn't ask her.
No,
you know?
because we played this child and we made up a story every time.
Yeah, but even a child asks about the old lady's life from time to time.
I
You
got
weren't curious.
molested today.
Yeah, looking back, we should have
you
come
weren't
up with
like-
a better bit.
Edith, what's going on downstairs, Edith? Like, what's going on? You still feel it down there, or like is that just over with?
But
you
when
know?
you're an 8-year-old child,
oh, you're 8.
like-
yeah.
the fact that someone picked up the
Wait, you
phone
were
and
pretending. Wait, hold on. You were pretending to be an 8-year-old child.
No, he was
No.
8.
Oh,
we were 8. I was 8. Jimmy was probably 10. And
Yeah.
the fact that someone
So
just
Jack's-
communicated.
yeah.
Communicated with us.
wouldn't
Jack's
think to
younger
ask
than
all these
like
dirty questions.
much younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, like 27?
Gonna be 27 in 2 months.
Oh, I'm old.
That's what I'm saying. I think you overshot already.
Yikes.
I was like, I don't know exactly, but I think you overshot.
Wow. All right. I'll drink to that. Fuck, man.
But yeah, just being
Yeah, with him and
8-year-old.
Dwyer.
Jack, do you realize I'm 11 years older than you?
I mean, I'm used to hanging out
Yeah,
with older people.
with him and
so-
Dwyer, it's always like these guys. I got to remember that.
Yeah.
Like when he talks about being in college, he's talking about like 6 weeks ago.
What am I?
I'm actually still in college.
5-6 years older than you?
What?
How old are you again?
I'm 32.
Yeah, okay. 6 years. All right. Damn.
You're being broad here. Okay, anyway, wrong number. So last
That
week,
was a good question, though. I like that one, Joe.
last week I got somebody who texted me out of the blue, don't know the number, and
Porn. Hookers.
just said,
Fishing.
"Hello, who is this?" And I was like, "Hey, this is Joe. Who's this?" And then they said, "I'm Aaron. I saw this. I saw this number on my business phone without a name, saved and sent you a message out of curiosity." And I was like, "All right, well,
You
whatever."
got to be careful with these messages. If they ever ask anything about yourself other than just like your first name, then just tell them to fuck off and block them. Like I've gotten so many weird texts like that.
I told them my address, my name, my social.
My mother's maiden.
No, I told them my name, and they were like, "Joe is a familiar name." I was like, "Yeah, no shit."
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if we know each other. So this is a Chinese person named Aaron.
With an A?
Oh, this is fishing,
Nope.
dude. This is fishing.
ERIN, just like Aaron.
We're just hoping to find some dumbass, some gullible, lonely dumbass that's willing.
Now living in Los Angeles and running
I know everyone said don't move the mic, but I'm moving the mic.
Yeah, you can.
I'm so tired of ducking.
now running a clothing design company. I was like, okay. And I gave no information on what I do. When I get these on Facebook, I have a fun time. I'll be like, I'm a serial killer. And they're like, well, that's really interesting. Tell me more about it.
Children.
And I'll be like, oh, I kill people I find on Facebook. And they're like, wow, that's fucking awesome. You should keep doing that.
Which one do I turn?
But anyway,
I'm sorry.
I talked to them for a few minutes.
No, I was trying to bring it higher.
And she's telling me about her aunt who lives in Jersey City and stuff. And I was like, okay, whatever. I don't care.
Where does she live in JC?
I don't know.
Maybe I know her, dude.
Anyway, the conversation just ended.
If you rotate this.
That's perfect right there. That's beautiful.
But the conversation just ended, but it was, it was fun for a few minutes
Yeah.
to just...
No, it totally can be.
I once had an old lady who kept calling me.
I have an idea of what we should do with that number.
calling you for what?
Well, so she kept calling.
And I agree with what you're saying as well, but we'll get back to that.
My phone number is very... is it's like a landline number.
Okay.
It's not like a cell phone number.
We'll just
Go
read
ahead, say
read
it.
it on the
So
you like these wrong phone calls?
239 is like usually a landline number. So I kept getting phone calls. And there was this woman who kept calling me, and she was like in a row.
Show me your dick.
No, she was
That's
just
not what you were saying.
she was asking, is Kenny there or something? And I was like, no, listen, you got the wrong number, lady. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I must have dialed it wrong. Calls back. Hey, is Kenny there?
Kenny would have sent me
No.
his dick.
You just
Pictures.
called me. I just talked to you 10 seconds ago.
Oh, this poor lady's got like dementia or something.
No, she's just thinking she's typing
craving
different numbers in the phone.
Dick pics.
And she's going over it with me every time. She's like, I started with 9. I'm like, yep.
All right, we're on the same page.
Next.
Next digit.
I'm just trying to figure out where she went wrong. And I'm like, do you want me to try and call that number and tell them to call you? Because she's like, no, I got
I'm
it
all
this time.
thumbs. I just can't hit the right digits on here.
So she'd call me again, and I was like, lady, I'll call the number. What's the number you're trying to call? It was way off from my number. It was like 3 of the digits were off. It was close, but like 3 of the digits were off. I was like, yeah, I'll just call them and be like, hey, Rose is trying to reach you. How about that? And she was like, well, what if they don't answer? I was like, I'll leave them a message. You've called me 11 times in a row trying to dial this number.
I got stuff to do, lady. Oh man, I feel so bad for old people.
So I didn't call the number.
It's gonna be terrible when you get there, you know. It's like if I could just hang out with Joe. Oh, that's right.
I would hang out. I hang out with
Died
old people all the time.
25 years ago. Like, oh man, that's gotta hurt.
I hang out with old people all the time. It's awesome.
No,
I do think we should call that number
I do too.
on this podcast.
The LA number?
I do think,
The number that just fucked with you.
guys.
yeah, it
Hot
was
take.
an LA number. I don't think it was
Get the hot
fucking-
take button ready. I gotta pee. What do you guys think about that? Is that a hot
Go
take?
for it.
I'll call the number while I'm peeing. If you guys want to stream in the background.
Guess what? I have a super hot take after this. So
Yeah. Let's go to our spot. You know what? Let's go to our sponsor, Jack.
yeah, I'll start doing sponsor stuff. Ready?
It's always about an hour into the show. I gotta take a piss.
Anyway, so I
It
guess
is
we'll.
almost an hour, but
Yeah,
you
well-
can call that number that we have if you want to read it again.
Oh, did you get my knees popping
The voicemail number.
on the mic?
Oh yeah. The voicemail number. The voicemail number is 973-559-3328. And if you have any ideas, anything you want to say, I'm pretty sure you could text the number too if you had an idea. Just send over what you want us to talk about, and we will do our McBest. We'll do that. We on other sponsor ideas, we have Pompeii Pizza.
Oh yeah.
Pompeii Pizza is the best fucking pizza you'll have anywhere. It's in Jersey City or something. It's the best fucking place in the world. They're brand new, and Rob, the pizza cook, is a pizza master. He's been doing it for 35 years. He is going to get $1 million on the fucking one bite scale, I promise. Look at this, a chicken parm pizza. They got their Sicilian pizza looks square. That's crazy. Just absolutely nuts.
Their Sicilian looks square.
Yeah, look at it. Oh, man. Sicilian pepperoni. It's got sesame seeds. They're not afraid of fucking allergens. They don't care. They love to make you good pizza. Pompeii Pizza. Do it. All right. Our next sponsor is Kelly's Liquors. Can't get through this without the liquor store down the street. We are always there. They know us well. We try our best to not be known. But they are there at 726 Washington Ave, Belleville, New Jersey. Always giving you the best stuff. They always get the new stuff. A lot of people ask me where I get my stuff for the Snapchat show. It's Kelly's Liquors 92% of the time. They're always keeping an eye out for me on new stuff. They keep everything well stocked. They're great. Fantastic.
For people who don't know, what is the Snapchat show and where can they find it?
The Snapchat show is me trying to review stuff.
You mean drinking it?
Yeah. But the problem is, I mean, you can review it on Snapchat, or you can watch it on Snapchat kind of live, I guess.
What is
as I do.
your Snapchat?
It's JoeTats1 at Snapchat. But the problem is, right now you can watch most of them on TikTok, but it does seem TikTok is not going to be around much longer.
Your
so-
TikTok or the
Just
TikTok?
TikTok is
Yeah.
getting banned across the U.S.
China.
Is it really?
So, yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
I mean, I don't care if it does.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, because
thankfully.
I don't even have
But-
TikTok downloaded on my phone. But like,
But yeah,
it's so stupid. It's like this Cold War with China that we're having, and like,
Yeah.
it's so dumb.
But so if they make something kind of like TikTok, I'll do it there. If not, I might just start doing it on Facebook Reels. But I have all the videos saved, so I'm not that worried about TikTok.
It's like, God, China's gonna find out how stupid our teenagers are.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
They're
care.
gonna know
if
what
they get rid of
crazy
TikTok, so-
sandwiches we eat.
But
Like,
TikTok, I'm JoeTats1 as well. Same thing. But yeah, they're working on it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if it does. But if it does get
TikTok
banned, I
goes
will move
away-
somewhere else.
If TikTok goes away, you'll probably be on Snapchat. All reliable.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely be on Snapchat still because that's where
I don't
film.
I don't have Snapchat either.
Well, that's where I film the Snapchats, but Snapchat's not like social media. That's like just so my friend, that's where I send my friends my
Well,
shit.
you can get personal with her.
In my defense,
Yeah, you totally get personal with me. You can add me on Snapchat, JoeTats1, if you're not already there. I'll interact with anybody. I don't care.
whenever I tell people I don't have Snapchat, they're like, "That's because you're old." And I'm like, in my defense, Snapchat was around like 12 years ago
Yeah.
when I was like 26, and I was like, "This is so stupid. Just text me a picture. Like, why do I need it to like unless you're sending me a picture of your box? Like, I don't I don't need it to disappear." You know
I
what I
send
mean?
box pics a lot, so watch it.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, "This is just so dumb. Why am I going to download another?"
It was
app?
fun. It was fun to know live if they saw the shit I sent them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I was just like, I don't need this shit. I rejected that shit 12 years ago. Still have never downloaded.
I took
Snapchat.
great pride. I never had MySpace. I was the same way with that. But I took great pride in being able to answer a battle shit in ridiculously short amounts of time.
Where Snapchat really blew up, I feel like, is like when they started adding all the filters, like when you could.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know
You
how to
get
use
that
that's
dog
what I like,
face
yeah.
on there.
Yeah, forget it.
It's over.
And
don't
like
know how to
when
use
girls
those
could be
that
like,
well.
wait a second, I could click a button and be pretty. Then it's like, then forget it. Then it's soared.
Well,
It's stock soared.
now you have a crossroads here. I'm going to give you a choice on what we talk about next. Would you like to talk about eugenics, or would you like to tell us about your haunted strip?
I'll already tell you, no, I don't want to talk about eugenics right off the bat. From what I understand about eugenics, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I don't know what eugenics means then. But anyway,
I think it's like specifically selecting genes because like you want
yeah.
people to be
Okay,
a
I knew
certain
exactly what I was
way.
talking about.
Yeah, which gets into a real
Well, I was going to ask you
creepy
if you could,
conversation.
like, pick a person on Earth to mate with. Who do you think would be like the most ideal?
You know what? Let's talk about that other topic. Let's talk about that ghost strip club.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know why I thought I mentioned this on the podcast before, but maybe
I've
I
never
haven't.
heard this story in my life.
But there is. Everybody, get ready. Get a pad and pen if you haven't. Open up your notes app. There's get that real close to the mic so you can hear that. There's a strip club in South Plainfield, New Jersey, called, get this, maybe the best name for a strip club of all time.
No,
Beef.
can't be.
No, oh man, why'd you have to up me? Beef would be better. No. It's called Liquid Assets.
Okay.
That is the worst spelling of assets I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Well, I really emphasize the ass.
And on the sign, it's in South Plainfield, New Jersey. On the sign of the strip club for years, because my friend lived like a mile or two away from it. It just said Liquid Assets, and then underneath with like those little black like letters you slide into the thing, it said yes, comma, this strip club is haunted.
wait, look at the picture. Oh
man.
my God.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, this bar is haunted. Sorry, and no comma. I thought there was a comma. I thought they were gentlemen. I thought they were learned.
Come on in and have a beer. I like it.
Yeah.
Lunch. They're open
Yeah,
for
so dude,
lunch.
you go in there and you could get a free lap dance from a dead ghost stripper. It was pretty cool.
Well, do you know the story of why it's haunted or anything?
Well, yeah, I killed a stripper
Because he
and
creamed
then
ejaculate everywhere.
I went in there high as hell. This bitch looked at me sideways and like, no, I'm just kidding.
Well,
I don't know the story.
I have a better name for that strip club. It's Clam Housing.
Clam Housing's who you hire to bring in to get rid of the ghost.
That exercises the
Did
ghost.
you find somebody? Wait, it says,
I'm trying
okay.
to find a fucked up.
Wait, hold on. I wanted to read that one.
It's
Wait,
not great.
this is okay, I've been here a few times. When I can't get to greener pastures. This place is dark inside. Yeah, as every strip club is. Could you imagine going into a strip club that's just lit up like a fucking high school cafeteria? Like it's
They can add a few lights.
so awkward. This place is dark inside. They could add a few lights. Oh, I already hate this person. Drink prices are okay in all caps. You know what? I'm not even going to finish this review.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I gotta
Next
find one
time.
that's haunted here.
Do you remember in the last episode we were talking? Remember we read the review for Birdemic?
Yeah.
Whoever wrote that review was such a bitch. A Thursday visit at the Harem. I've been to the Harem before.
I've been to Clancy's.
It's terrible. You could get crabs from standing in the parking lot of the Harem. It's really bad. It's right next to the Bada Bing, whatever that's really called. Satin Dolls. Satin Dolls. Yeah.
That's where
This guy, look at this guy on the left. It says, I stop by I hope it says every couple of days. I know it says every couple of months. I stop by every couple of months. You know that means he's in there like 3-4 times a month. I stop
says-
by every couple of months and visit my
go.
favorite.
it just says I stop by every couple of months ago and visit my favorite. So I don't know what that means. dancers are.
He's critiquing their stage dancing skills.
Like, how about the fact that it's fucking haunted? What about it?
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about the ghost. I love it's like the dancers are mostly Russian and Brazilian, and then he's like their stage dancing skills aren't very good. Their lap dances ... It's like anybody came here for any review other than the lap dance. I just want to know, like, how's the choreography on stage? Like, is it tight? Is it? Are these Broadway
I wonder
girls?
if it's in like weird New Jersey.
I only go to strip clubs that have former Rockettes.
Do you think jellyfish still exist?
Still exists?
Yeah.
When we were kids, we would go. And I
When's
think,
the last time you
this
went to
is
the
what you're
Jersey Shore?
talking
There was
about.
a fucking and there was a jellyfish there. When I was a kid, man, there was jellyfish fucking everywhere.
Wild, dude. I know. I agree with you. Exact. Oh man, I'm so. This is like you blew my mind with that question.
I used to have jellyfish fights.
I love
We'd
you so
throw
much,
jellyfish at each other.
Yeah, dude. Like our summer by August, the beach was
Just
like
covered.
unswimmable. There were so many jellyfish in the water.
You would think it was like sea turtles with plastic bags. It was crazy.
Jack. It was insane. Like
No, I remember,
Yeah.
especially in August,
And are
you
they
have the
gone?
fucking nice white ones. You could throw it at someone.
Yeah, but
what happened to
It
them?
was, it was weird. Even if you didn't see them in the water, you'd get in the water, and the water would just feel like you were like swimming in like chunky Campbell's soup, like because all like the invisible, like the clear, broken up jellyfish pieces that were in the water.
Everywhere. And you
Yeah, it was
get stung.
disgusting.
You'd have those like burning. You'd have that like
Yeah,
burning
and then every
from
now and then
stung.
you'd come across one that wasn't busted up by the like the waves crashing on it or whatever.
or from us,
and it would just be
throwing
like
it at
a
each
full living jellyfish, and it would just latch on your leg, and you get fucking burned. Like, yeah, it sucked. And like as kids, like we just wouldn't go in the ocean. We'd be like,
Oh, I did. I still went in.
I mean, you would, but I'd go in for 10 minutes. As where like if there weren't jellyfish, I'd be in there for 6 hours. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
was
I'd be
there.
all the
I was
time.
there no matter what. But no,
But now all of a sudden they're just gone. Like, what did
Yeah.
they do?
we had a jellyfish fight at wrestling camp at one point. We used to have
Those are the ones
LBI,
right there,
yeah.
moon jellyfish.
Yeah, and they light up at
burger
night.
of
Yeah.
jellyfish you
Yeah.
could smack someone.
Yeah, well, and we were fighting with them one day in LBI.
They're
where
the
that
fucking
picture was
worst,
taken.
dude. I hated them so bad.
We threw one at a dude. It went right in his mouth, and down his throat,
You told me the story.
and then he was allergic to fucking jellyfish, so he got all fucked up.
Wait,
It was
isn't
fucking
everyone
great.
allergic to
What a
jellyfish?
No, like
Move inland.
No,
Get
like-
away from the ocean. No, I'm just kidding.
like being allergic to
Poor
bees.
guy.
Like being allergic to bees, like where like a bee sting hurts.
Okay.
Like if you get stung by a bee, you like fucking turn into
Yeah,
a fucking I don't know mush mouth.
I had like fantasies like as a kid of just committing like mass jellyfish like
Well, and somebody
genocide.
did.
Like,
I don't know.
It made me so mad that these jellyfish were ruining my summer. I was like, these motherfuckers. Like, I just want to get like a net and drag it behind a boat and just like completely wipe the species out. And then I got older and I was like, you're a psycho, dude.
Yeah, the
Like,
kid didn't get like die, but yeah, he was
maybe
real
just
fucked
swim
up.
in the pool, you know. But it was so funny because like my parents, like my sister and I would be like, I got stung by a jellyfish and they're everywhere and they're
Yeah.
in my hair and one got in my mouth. And my parents would be like, quit being a pussy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, just get back in there.
And now they're gone. I don't know. Gen Z fucking cry them away. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. I think
Look,
there was
Jersey
some,
Shore no more.
No, I looked that up.
Oh,
they obviously there was some kind of like they did something.
is there less jellyfish?
There's some kind of because there's so much money in people coming down the shore, you know what I mean? And like people who own the property along the beach
Yeah.
are billionaires, like millionaires, billionaires. Like they
So
have
what do they
so
just
much
have
money.
like a net?
I don't know. Like there, I feel like there was some kind of effort
Like
to
the juice
remove
circle
the
they put around
jellyfish
New
from
York?
the area. And like I don't blame them because they're just like we're missing out on like so much money every year by there being all these fucking jellyfish in the water. Like we got to get rid of them. I wonder what they did.
Like they put a circle of string around New York so the Jews can hang out on Saturdays.
Shut the fuck.
It's true.
What?
Look it up. Look up the
What am I looking up again?
You say they put a string around
look,
New York?
Look up string around New
What
York
kind of string is it?
for string around a head.
String, Jew string.
Yeah, Jew string. Yeah, a fishing line encircles Manhattan. It's so the Jews can fucking roam Manhattan on Saturdays.
What?
Yeah,
Why? Like, why does that help?
because they have to be in a circle of trust or something.
This can't be real. This can't be real.
Call my bluff,
Let's
yeah.
go cut it.
I think it's a hate crime, bro.
Is it? But I mean, like, is it real or is this some weird conspiracy thing?
No, it's not. You're looking at it now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at a picture of one string going across one string.
had the tunnel so it could go under.
hundreds of like thousands of
It's one string that goes around.
Yeah, let me get a real article.
It's a hidden wire.
But nobody's cut this string. Like
NPR.
nothing's happened. Like high winds haven't ruined this string.
It's fishing line, man. It doesn't break.
They used this goddamn picture for the fucking article. Are you fucking kidding me? You can barely see that.
I got.
It's barely visible between Manhattan buildings.
It might be a hate crime, but god damn it, I gotta know what happens if I cut it.
Then a bunch of Jews go to hell, man. You fucking ruined Judaism in New York.
I would love to know how they hung that up.
It's a whole thing. You could read about it. This is NPR.
This is.
Do you just throw it
absolutely
across the
perfect.
street to your neighbor? Like, yo, catch this so we can have
I love that. I love that your explanation of why they did this was like, I don't know, man. Jews got to go to heaven, like, or what did you say? You're like,
Yeah, they have to be in a circle of trust.
there you go. I don't know, man. Jews got to be trusting each other, and that's inside a fishing line. I don't know.
This string to leave the house on Sabbath. It's so they can leave on
It's wild.
Saturdays.
It's wild.
Otherwise, they'd stay inside their domicile. But because their domicile is now all of New York, it's a Jew trick.
it's a trick.
It's a Jew pole. It's like a loophole, but by Jews.
Someone's just gonna go walk out on it.
Do we have a Jew that we can call?
Yeah, Scott. Resident
Let's
Jew.
call Scott. Does he know
Yeah.
about this?
The loophole? The Jew pole?
He works in New York, right? And he's Jewish. But no, but he's not really Jewish.
Am I hooked
right?
up on Bluetooth?
I will
He's
hook you up.
adopted by Jewish people.
It should be available to connect.
Okay, give me one.
You know what? I want a real Jew. I want a black Israelite.
Let's
No, I'm just
call,
kidding. I'm joking. I don't.
It's called Howard of.
All I know is that black Israelites claim to be like the true Jews.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe you guys don't know about it. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
The Jew string
you
is
could
real.
just walk out of it.
Somebody.
No, you can't walk out.
Even if it
Can
was
I
by
walk in?
mistake, somebody had
I
to
walk
have
in?
fucking
Dude, it's all a Manhattan.
cut that
Can
string.
I walk in the line?
Yeah, it goes. It's all a Manhattan.
I'm saying no. I understand the Jews.
You can
can't
go to Manhattan.
outside. The Jews can't go outside, but can I walk in it?
Yeah. What if they walk outside? Do they turn into a goyim?
I don't
Do
know.
they turn-
I hope
Let's
that's-
ask Resident Jew.
Are you connected?
I think so, yeah.
If they
Are you
if they
calling?
leave the circle,
I'm trying to find his phone number.
if they leave the circle, they burn.
Yeah, we're in. It's gonna call right through here.
We're in. Oh wait, his name's not Scott. His name is Virgil. We're calling.
Hey, buddy.
Listen, Scott, you're on the podcast, so say something nice.
Scott, we needed a Jew, Scott.
We need resident Jew culture here. We need somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Oh God! And I'm the person you called.
We're talking about the Jew pole, where the Jews put a piece of string around New York City so they can go out on Saturdays.
Is that a thing?
You never
Yes,
you never heard of
Yeah,
this.
it's a thing. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
you know
I
what?
know
We
that
we
the-
should have known because Scott lives in Montclair, New Jersey, and he isn't on fire.
He's put a string around my house. I knew that. I noticed
Yeah.
that.
Yes. That is how I am able to attend. There's a string around the route I take from my house to yours.
You,
But I
you,
was
you
unaware
Jews
that
have
they
thought of
did it
everything.
throughout the
That's why it
entire
stays from
coast.
Friday to Sunday.
I gotta say that seems like a hazard with like the airplanes and such.
No, I think it's low enough. I think it's low enough.
It's low. Actually,
tell you, it's
along
gonna-
the
it's
shoreline.
gonna-
It's just in the water.
It's going to decapitate Spider-Man, though. Spider-Man's fucked.
Oh man, imagine they had one where it was like, oh fuck, it ran into the Jew line.
I feel like it's got a better name than that. I could be wrong.
It says the fishing line encircles Manhattan, protecting the sanctity of Sabbath. So I don't think they have that cool of a name.
No, it's the Manny Henny Jew line.
It's the Sabbath Circle. That's a pretty cool name.
Oh,
actually.
the Sabbath Circle. That's a good. That's
Sabbath Circle's a great name.
Yeah. All right. Well, I figured.
I am aware of the Orthodox folks using such a thing,
Yeah.
but I was unaware that it was, that vast in New York City.
This encircles 1st Street to 126th Street in Manhattan.
Jesus Christ.
I really hope that they have two cups at the end of the lines and they're just talking to each other.
That is
Yeah, it's really just two Jews with a can on the one.
I was going to ask you if
On
this had to
each
do with
end
their
of the line.
tunnels. We were going to really get into this, but all right, I guess you don't know.
It's like we
We'll
can't
call another-
talk on the phone on Saturdays, so we ran a string across Manhattan. He lives uptown, I live downtown. Bobbity bing, bobbity boop. Now we talk.
All right,
I
Larry
gotta tell you,
David.
you called a really uninformed Jew.
All right,
And we hate you for it.
we're going to call the Orthodox now.
Well, I look forward to you uncovering the answers here by listening to this.
Yeah, we're
episode
gonna get
of
to the
podcast.
bottom of this.
Yes, this will be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining the podcast. I love you, Scott. Have
Love
a
you,
pleasant
love you
evening.
boys too.
He's hung up on.
Oh,
Do you know any other qualified Jewish people?
I'm trying to think if I know any solid good Jews.
yeah, I don't know any certified Jews. They're all like Sams. You know what I mean? They're all like
Yeah.
quasi Jews. You know.
I might though.
I used to back in the day. I used to be in tight with a couple of Jews back in like high school and college, but no more. We've drifted apart. You know.
You don't got a Jimmy the Jew on your profile anymore.
No Jimmy the Jew. Ever since I started following Ari Shafir on Instagram.
Oh yeah, Ari would know about it.
Yeah, just call him.
Yeah, let's just call Ari.
Yeah,
He'll
I'm sure,
tell us
I'm
all
sure he'll
about it.
pick up. Hey, if we tell Ari that we're struggling comedians, he fucking give us the world probably.
I met him at the
sounds like-
stand.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Did he tell you about the the fishing line?
He was super nice. No, we didn't get to talk about it.
Super nice guy, super great comedian. I would never want to hang out with that guy. I would.
Yeah.
You never know what the fuck is gonna happen. But he does put his friends on. You know what I mean? So maybe I'd endure a couple bloody asshole smearings.
Oh, I would
on my
do it.
furniture.
I would hang out with him without a doubt. I would.
Honestly, Joe, knowing you, Ari might be afraid of you by the end of.
I would love Ari.
You guys
I would
hang
have a
out.
great time.
You
I
know,
feel like he would do something crazy, expecting you to be like appalled by it, and then you would just be like, you would like double.
pop it in my mouth and
Yeah, yeah. You would just one up him so bad, he'd be like, I can't hang out with that guy.
Yeah, that guy's,
he's gonna ruin my career.
guy's tough.
what we
yeah.
can do is someone who does know this information can call the number.
Yeah, if somebody does, yeah, exactly. If you know about, or do a deep dive and tell us about what you find.
If you hung the Drew string, please.
Yes, I would like to know who hung it and how long it took, because it is quite a piece of fishing line. What company made the fishing line? Is it Jewish line? Is it kosher?
Anyone with any information can call
That is a
973-559-3328.
Yeah,
Hell of an advertisement for whatever company made that line.
yeah. It's lasted the test of time, and the Jews trust
I
it.
wonder if they
So
replace it.
I don't know. Well, apparently, there's not that much information on the internet.
I'm going to assume because it's probably not real.
Dude,
But,
it's real. I'm telling you. It's called the Eruv.
Well, that's in Israel.
Yeah, well, I
Oh.
mean, enclosed by you.
Oh, Eruv is that's the whole thing. That's what it's called to have that circle. 18 miles of fishing line. Bang.
It's crazy.
It's so they can hang out outside their houses on Saturdays.
Okay, all right, okay.
Batman's a Jew.
All right, well, do you got something else on that notebook page, or are we gonna wrap up our third, fourth, or fifth, whatever episode of Two Cubes podcast?
Well,
this is?
this is the 4th episode, and
Oh.
if you don't want to talk about your preferred mate,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think
genetics.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna back out on that one.
So like you don't want to use your autism with like someone else's autism, like
Artism.
yeah, people who are artists.
Yeah, people call me an artist. I just doodle. You know, I'm just like I'm
But
a
like, what
doodler.
if you were to make Smash with a great artist? And then you
I
can
don't
make,
know
like,
any.
the best artist.
I don't know enough to be like, yeah, this is a female artist.
See, I would try and find an athlete.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't know if I
You
want to
wouldn't
talk
go
about
for a Stephen Hawking and try and make a smart.
Your sister's a really good artist.
Yeah, but she's got those brittle bones.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how she
She might be the first person who can fly, so there's that. We have that going for her. We just can't test it because the landing will be horrible. If it doesn't.
How, like, you told a story on the last podcast where you used to just tackle your sister into walls and shit like that. How are her bones just not shattered all throughout her life? Like, she should be like...
She developed this after college.
Her bones are calloused now from all the breaking.
No, it came from a sedimentary lifestyle of doing nothing for 8 years.
I believe the word is sedentary is what you're looking for. She settled at the bottom of a river. She became sediment.
Sedimentary rock is very soft, and so is Erin. She literally laid down on the ground and let water flow over her.
Those fucking doctoral students. They all break like glass.
Her fingers won't break, I promise. If you look at the construction of her fingers, they're strong.
All right. Shaky.
Well, that's yeah.
All right, everybody.
It's shaky in our family.
What are we at right now?
1 hour and 45 minutes.
Holy shit! I swear to God, 10
I thought that
minutes
was
ago when
50.
I got up to pee, you were like, "We're not quite at an hour yet." I was like, "Really?"
No, we were at like an hour 20 probably.
You fucking liar! All right, well,
Joe, if you could read that number for everyone one more time.
Okay, it's
hit us with the number.
973-559-3328. And the email is once again 2cubespod@gmail.com. That's spelled out TWOCUBESPOD@gmail.com. And now we play ourselves out like it's the Oscars.
Oh, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Whatever.